Why don't I buy from China anymore? Breakfast. I'm going to go over it real quick for you. One, could not find a supplier that provided me with consistently the quality I'd expect for the price I paid. Two, it wasn't financially worth it for me by the time I imported the crystal, added my upcharge, which I have to do for all my labor. It didn't financially make sense. My price margins were too small because I don't just, like, let's say I paid $1 for, I'm like, what could I show you all as an example? There's a crystal here somewhere. If I paid $1 for this, wholesale, just making this up, I would need to charge at least $2 retail. That's standard retail markup. But if the market, this only goes for $1.50, one, I'm not gonna be able to sell it for $2. And two, if I wanted to try, it's gonna be very hard. So I'm going to have to sell it at that $1.50. So you need to really know like market value versus what you're paying, so that you make sure you're not overpaying as a retailer. And I started to notice, I'd go to these wholesale lives that were advertised that way. And this is not new. Like, they've been doing this for over a decade. Long as I've been around, they've been doing these different things. And predominantly it's Chinese wholesalers, but that is the largest global crystal market. So that's why it's the bulk of the operations. And I started to notice they were charging consumers the same as me. So I said, is this really even wholesale? And then I started shopping with some like US wholesalers that had already imported the Chinese material. And because they're importing higher quantities than me, they were getting a better price per crystal. So I'm a small boutique shop. My price margins were not as great. So I was paying more per crystal than they were. And their discounts were so much greater, it was cheaper for me to just buy from a US wholesaler if I wanted Chinese minerals or carvings. There's a couple I'll source, like, the energy workhorses, rose quartz towers, the double terminated quartz, those kinds of things. But that's why. It was just really, it didn't make financial sense. I couldn't get the quality I wanted, and it was cheaper for me to shop with US wholesalers as a small crystal business. But if y'all like talking about rocks, you got this far, you're a small crystal business, you have questions, let me know. Happy to help.